hope you are, because we're live. We are live now. At least I hope we are. I am going to, before we do anything else, ask you or Candy, please, somebody, to give us that
Hey, we are live.
audio check, because I have the air conditioning on and I'm afraid that it might be too loud. If it is, I can turn it off. It's no big deal. I'll just start sweating after a little bit. So somebody let me know, and that would be wonderful. Other than that, how is
Candy
everyone?
said audio and video is good.
Very good. Okay.
Thank you, Candy.
If it becomes a problem, if the noise is too loud, just let me know, and we won't do anything
Okay.
because it's hot out here.
It
So-
is.
Tonight, we have a little bit of an agenda. We got some things to talk about.
We got a couple things to talk about.
I know you're excited to talk about what you did today. Would you like to do that first?
No, go ahead.
But I would like you to go first, because I
Really?
always talk too much, and you break my balls all the time about talking too much. So why don't you go? You take the lead.
All right. Well, I had a great day today. I started my day off going down to Richmond and going to Schools to Fish. And Rama got a bunch of stuff in today. He got a ton of African cichlids, saltwater fish, and plants. So if you're in the Richmond area or you want to go to a new fish store, you should definitely go to Schools of Fish. And he got some betas in, and I helped him hand select the betas, and that was fun. So if you get a beta from him, I helped him pick those out. And I even convinced him to get some females. Yep. I said, they're going to sell. You got to get the females. And I got some betas today myself. So it's been a lot of fun. Busy day, because I had to come home from having fun at his store and looking around and seeing what he got, and coming home and working and putting away a bunch of betas myself. So it was a lot of fun, and it's always fun to watch. I mean, like I told him today, I was like, Rama, I feel like I'm vicariously living through you as you're getting all of these fish and putting them away. And he had a ton of African cichlids, and the Mbuna selection was awesome because he just had all my favorite Mbunas. And yeah, like I said, if you're in the Richmond area, you're going to want to stop by there and pick up some fish. And he is not paying me to say any of this. He's just a really good friend of ours, and, you know, he's got a great selection and a good store.
I've known Rama. We have known Rama. I knew him a little bit before you did, but it's
Like a
been
week?
like 10 years. It's been like 10 years since I have met him. And I don't even know how I met him. I don't recall how.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
It's kind of weird, but I sold him fish back in like 2012, maybe even a little sooner than that.
The African cichlids
Yep.
that we had bred, yeah.
It was, yeah, it's been I've known him for a long time, and our affiliation with him has no financial benefit whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a sponsor of this channel. We are not a sponsor of his store. We're just friends, and he has a really cool shop. And if you haven't seen the video tour, 2 videos actually, of touring his shop, it's amazing. They're great videos. Rama is a guy that talks even more than I do, which is, I know, hard to believe, but he does. And he was very thorough in explaining everything about his shop, why he has fish where he does, and why he organized them the way he did and stuff like that. It's a wonderful, wonderful tour. And he's got reptiles in there too. And I'm still working on you to try to let me do one of those one day.
He has a really big flower horn that I didn't see last time we were there. It was huge.
He didn't have a flower horn last time.
It's like as big as biggest flower horn I think I've ever seen in person.
Is it a fish that's for sale, or is it a new shop fish?
I don't know. I didn't ask because there was just so much going on. His employees were busy putting away fish, and I'm talking about a ton of fish he got. It was fun. It really was. The funny thing is, Rama and I used to always see each other at what is G&G? It was a
Distributor.
A distributor. in Northern Virginia. You could go to this place. There's this great big place where you could go and hand select all your fish. And he did the exact same thing that I used to do, because I was the one that would go hand select the fish. And he would be there picking his fish out, and I'd be picking my fish out. And at that time, when he had his store, he was mainly a South American, but he did have other things, because we wouldn't have sold him African cichlids if he didn't sell African cichlids.
He had a lot of Africans too, though. It wasn't just South Americans.
But he had a bigger selection, I think, of South American than anything
He's kind of
else.
always focused on that. That's like the South American fish, not just cichlids, but South American fish, period. Yeah, that's kind of his thing.
He had some really nice saltwater fish brought in today, too, and some corals. I was like, whoa, I've never seen them like that, in the beginning, getting brought in.
I wish I could have made it down, but somebody had to be here to run the business.
Yeah, he was like, John's not here today. This would have been an amazing video. I think I should have probably recorded something, but I didn't. I was too busy just doing my thing.
Well, we've had an adventurous couple of weeks, and there's a lot of reasons why I didn't go with you today, but maybe next time things will be a little bit more calmed down and we can make a whole thing out of it. And because I like the way, of course I wasn't there, so I didn't see it, but the way you described how the whole thing is done, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to get on video.
It would have been an amazing unboxing video.
Basically, what this is a distributor that travels all around and has a whole bunch of fish in his truck, and he basically says, what do you want?
Well, you pre-order.
Well, yeah, but he has other fish too that you could select from. And so I think that'd be fun to just kind of go through and see all the stuff that's available and stuff like that. I think that
he does it with plants too, and it's so cool because I was like, I'll take those. So I picked up some of my own plants just for my personal use.
Yeah, don't get too excited. We are not stepping on toes. We are not going to be selling plants.
But I was just really excited because I was like, I could use some of that.
Yeah, on the topic of things that we are selling, I do have a couple of things to talk about that we have added to the site that I'm really excited about. But the first thing that has to be said, talking about this really exciting week, first of all, we are bringing a bunch of stuff in for the website, things that we have not carried yet, including a whole huge line of stuff that I'm super excited about. I have personally reviewed these and tested these, and I feel really good about it. In fact, some of it is running in this room as we speak.
Yep.
So we're going to be adding a lot of stuff to the website very soon, but it's coming over on a boat, and it takes a while to get here. So we'll see how that goes. But we did get some new things in that I wanted to mention after just talking a little bit about my week. First of all, I spent 5 straight hours in the dentist chair the other day. If you see me smiling a little bit more today, that's why, because I paid a lot of money to be able to smile, but I didn't go the extreme route of getting them all ripped out and getting dentures, which is what I ultimately would like to do someday, but didn't do that. I just decided to tough it out and get a bunch of work done. And even though my dentist is extraordinarily gentle, it was brutal. It was brutal.
He was there so long, I thought the dentist made him dinner. I was like, geez.
I'm so used to, if I'm going to laugh, going off camera so that nobody can see my teeth. And I don't have to do that anymore. My teeth I've had bad teeth my entire life. They're still far from perfect, but they are a whole lot better than they were just 2 days ago.
Susie Q said, smile.
Yeah, it's got to happen organically. I can't just do it out of nowhere. But so there was that on Tuesday. And then yesterday, there's a reason why I'm showing you this, folks. It's a very special thing to me. And if you know anything about me, you saw the thumbnail for this, and every thumbnail for the live stream includes the bobbleheads of us. Well, I got a new bobblehead yesterday. Yeah, a fish live stream. Smart idea, show bobbleheads. But this one's special, and there's a reason why. We went to the Nats game yesterday. All of us pretty much went and got this. Now, if you're a fan of the Washington Nationals like I am, who have lost 3 in a row, including the game we were at, you know who this is, and you know when this happened. This is the celebration after the last pitch of the World Series in 2019, and the pitcher's name is Daniel Hudson. No relation to me, but I don't know if it's focusing in there. His last name is Hudson. I bought this man's jersey. He's a relief pitcher and closer for the Nationals, and they gave this bobblehead away yesterday. So you know I went. We got like 6 of them. It was amazing. So had to show that because I have shared my bobblehead collection with this channel ever since I started it. But yeah, it was what a fun time that was. They lost miserably, and he didn't pitch in the game at all. But it's okay. We still had fun, and we were not freezing like we were the last time we were there.
I still bought a sweatshirt.
Couple of things.
It's funny because we're sitting there watching the baseball game, and John's got his phone out, keeping an eye on the Capitals game at the same time because my guy Wilson, woohoo, he's a fighter.
Fish Tank Barn just mentioned that. I heard your Capitals were causing trouble yesterday.
I actually have the Wilson jersey because I went to the game last. You didn't go because I've been going with Kinsey.
You went to one without me.
There's been a couple.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Your guy is Tom Wilson, who is the guy that caused all the trouble against the Rangers.
I love that guy.
But you know what? I think it's a rigged system because he didn't start it. Well, he kind of did. But the guy was kicking the goalie. You can't kick my goalie. I'm going to punch you in your face if you're kicking my goalie. And then you can't have the best player on the Rangers team jump on the back of the Capitals tough guy. That's just a dumb move. But anyway,
really dumb.
I love Tom Wilson too. I mean, I totally understand the argument for wanting to get fighting out of hockey, but I love the fighting in hockey. Couple of quick things.
What is hockey without fighting, though?
Oh, well, I know. And you're allowed to do it, unlike all of the other sports.
Like field hockey. I go to my daughter's field hockey game, and she gets penalized and put on the side of the field because she tripped somebody with a stick or something. Or, it's like if that happened in real hockey, it'd be like nothing. You wouldn't even know it happened.
Okay, let me get into this real quick. Couple of things, and then I'm going to talk about, yes, we are going to do a giveaway today. I decided 4 minutes ago that we're going to do this giveaway. I already have the movie quote picked out, too. So it's going to be...
I don't know it, Candy. I am clueless.
It's going to be a fun one. As soon as I say it, you will know. Don't say anything. You will know as soon as I say it. And I may have even mentioned this in last week's live stream at the very end. So there you go. We added mag floats. A lot of people have been asking about those. We have 2 sizes so far. We'll see if we get orders of them. And if we do, then we will bring in the bigger sizes. We got the nano and the small. So if you're looking for a mag float, there you go. They are on there. I was struggling to get the heaters that we had in before. We were carrying I like to call them Jagger, but I know they're Jaeger heaters from Eheim. I'm a big fan of Eheim heaters. I always have been. They're more expensive than the others. Maybe not the Fluvels, but they're more expensive than most other brands. But there's a reason for that. And I've always been a firm believer in the Eheim heaters. The major complaint that people had about the Jaeger heaters, and it was an industry-wide complaint, not just people complaining to us, but that daggone dial at the top that you have to calibrate, and it's all confusing, and people don't know what to do. And I struggled to figure it out in the beginning. But this new one that we got solves that problem. It's not a new heater, but it's new to us. Sticking with the Eheim line, we went with the Thermocontrol Ease. These are super, super simple. Couldn't be easier to use. Red light means it's heating up. Green light means it's at temperature. All different sizes. I realized I've known I'm an idiot for a long time, but I realized there is one size that I didn't get. We got every single size available except for the 125 watt. But you know what? You got 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. It's crazy. if there's going to be one that's left out, the 125 is perfectly fine. We will pick those up eventually, because when we had a good stock of heaters, we were selling them all the time. These are going to sell really well, only to serious fish keepers though, because these, I'm just going to be honest, they're a little pricey. You want me to lie to you? I'm not going to do that. They are a little bit pricey. I got the big old 300 water here. That's a big bad boy there. I've got 2 of these in both of these tanks here, which is way overkill, but it is a garage. And so in the wintertime, it stays pretty warm out here, but gets a little extra boost from these heaters. So yep, excited about that. That is only the beginning of the things that we're going to be adding to the site. The new things that we're going to be adding down the road, though, I'll actually be doing specific videos for those products, because they're bigger products. Not bigger, but they're something that warrants a whole video done about them. So I'm excited about that. Not going to talk about it until they come in, because we're still waiting for that. But something that I'm super excited about, and this is what we're going to give away today. I have to lean down here. First of all, we've been carrying Malaysian driftwood on our website for a while. And every time we have it, we sell it so fast. It's absolutely ridiculous. We brought in 2 more sizes. This right here would be the medium size. We used to only sell the small pieces because they're easier to cheap.
Wow. Ship?
Long week. But we figured out a way that we can ship the larger pieces. I don't know what my problem is tonight. I'm sorry.
Well, I couldn't say the number 7 last week. So.
I'm not on medication or anything. Jeez. So we have small, medium, and large now pieces of Malaysian driftwood, all different sizes. This is real stuff here. So every single one of them is organic. Every single one of them is its own piece. So you get what you get. We're going to pick you out some good ones, though. We're not going to send you some trash. So, but this one I'm super excited about. Again, difficult to ship.
Wow. Oh, that's cute.
But we figured out a way to do it. And this is what I'm going to be giving away here today. Not both of these, but the winner, who will be on the live stream here with us, can select which one of the 2 the person wants. Eucalyptus root. Come on now. I got to back up for this bad boy. Look at this stuff. They all have a flat bottom cut on them so that you can't see it, but they sit nicely. This would be, believe it or not, you see how big this is. This is small, and this is nano. And I think we're going to sell a ton of the nano size, because this would be...
That's really cute.
You already stole 3 of them, so I don't want to hear how cute they are.
I got a really good piece. I'm excited to do something with that.
The reason why I am exciting, that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much. I cannot speak normal words of English tonight. The reason why I'm so excited about these is because look at this thing. This is the nano size. This would be absolutely perfect in a 5-gallon tank, a 10-gallon tank, maybe even a 20, where you could literally put this in the tank and that's it. Nothing else in there. Just this. And it's a masterpiece. Look at that. You don't have to be George Farmer. You don't have to do the aquascaping. Just put that in there. Kind of like what you see behind me, except that's not real. And you got yourself a beautiful aquascape. Really excited about it. I'm going to give one of these away. I'm going to do it right now. No, I'm not going to do it right now. You got excited, and it's not time. I'm embarrassed. We only have 442 people in here. When the number gets above 500...
Oh, my gosh.
That's when we'll give it away.
The people that are on here are like, what?
Hey, I mean, look, Mama's got to eat. You know what I mean? Papa's got to eat. What? I don't know. I don't know what that meant.
Maybe you should just go to bed.
I'm not taking any medication or anything. I should be after.
What's in that
it's
drink right
not.
there?
It's just something I'm not supposed to be drinking, but it's not alcohol. So anyway, I'm very excited about these. And we've already, without even doing any kind of promotion for them or anything like that, we've already sold quite a few of them. So
nice.
It's a challenge finding boxes for them, but I love it. It is awesome. Don't be surprised when you get this stuff, if you order it, or if you're the lucky winner today, that it's going to be in a big box because look at that. You can't fit it in the smaller boxes. So I'm going to keep an eye on the numbers. And when we get over 500, I will do the giveaway for that. I have a movie quote. Don't you dare cheat. And like I said, you're going to know what it is as soon as I say it. So don't worry. You don't need Candy to be involved in this one to help us
you're
to
off
find
the hook, Candy.
Yep. Candy, you can take off tonight. It's going to be fine. We got it with
Says the man that can't even speak.
I know. It's one of those nights. I would somebody just super chatted, love the live stream. This is to fund speech lessons for John. You would think after live streaming for however many years I've been live streaming, you would think I'd be able to speak. But you know what? The honest thing here is I'm just excited.
Yeah.
I just am. I feel good. I am excited. I'm excited about next month. Aquashella, though. Aquashella people, you're letting me down because I can't send the link to my mama until you put the picture of Lisa and I up announcing that we are part of the speaking corps there that weekend. So come on, Aquashella, get on that. I know all the Aquashella team is watching this. Yeah, they don't have any better things to do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Lisa and I will be doing a talk at Aquashella in Orlando.
John will be doing a talk, and I will be
Here we go.
fanning him.
And I got yelled at by Fishy Biz too, by the way, because I said that he was going to be fanning me, and he's so big he can sit in the back row and he can reach me from there. But yeah, I'm thinking, I don't take my word for it, but I'm thinking that it's going to be on Sunday at Aquashella, which would be June 13th, right? Yeah, 12th and 13th. Let me just verify that.
Real quick, I just want to say happy early birthday, Willow Raven, right? Tomorrow is their birthday.
Excellent. How about that? Yeah, June 12th and 13th is Aquashella. We will be getting in there early because it's a beautiful resort and we just want to be there early and enjoy that and have fun there. I had a bunch of dinner invitations already. I'm excited about that. I think the way it's going to have to be done is just a big, large group of people goes out for dinner like we've done it at all of the events. I will be at the event, or I will be at the dinner that does not involve super loud boom boom music and alcohol. I'll be the kind of loser guy that's really boring, sitting in the corner where it's quiet, having my dinner. And
I'll be over there dancing.
yeah, that's fine. But yeah, super excited about that. You put up a poll the other day.
Oh yeah, it didn't do very well. I guess people didn't like it.
There are so many people that are commenting, and I don't want to say negatively because that would insinuate that they were rude, and they're not rude.
Everybody has a right to their own opinion.
There's a lot of people that are concerned about going to an event like that while everything's going on, and I totally understand that.
Yes.
I'm not going to make fun of anybody. I'm not going to point any fingers or anything like that. Anybody that's going to avoid an event like this, I don't blame them. I mean, we're going to go. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Anybody that is coming
cautiously, very cautiously.
Well, yeah, and that's what I wanted to say. Anybody that's coming down there, we're not going to be shaking hands. We're not going to be, dapping people up and all that. That's what the young people say. We're not going to be doing all of that.
Dapping people up? You mean like a fist bump?
That's like the bro hugs kind of thing.
Fist bump?
Is that I don't know.
My grandson does fist bumps. He's 2, and he's like, he'll come up to you and he'll be like, and it's so cute.
He was doing that yesterday. The way we had to sit at the Nationals game, they have pods of seats so that you're not really sitting close to pretty much anybody. And so we were in front of all the kids, and he would stick his little hand through the railing, and I would go like this, and I would fist bump him during the game. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, I think the way we're probably going to do this, Lori, I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Florida just rescinded all COVID-19 protocols, so you'll be safe. That doesn't necessarily mean we'll be safe. but I understand what you mean, and I think that's why, the first show being in Florida kind of makes sense, because a lot of places you wouldn't even be able to do a thing like this. But I think we're going to spend the majority of our time in one of 3 booths. I haven't even heard anything about a YouTube booth, but I'm assuming, because the owner of Aquashella is a YouTuber, I'm assuming there's still going to be one of those. So we'll be in the booth. So if we're going to interact with anybody, it'll be across a table. So we're not going to be like up in each other's faces. And then we're not going to be doing any handshakes or anything like that. I still feel bad for the guy. And if you're watching right now, I still feel bad for the guy at House of Tropicals that extended his hand for a handshake. And I said, not doing handshakes. I feel like a jerk. I feel like a total jerk for doing that. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. We got to be careful out here. But yeah, it's still going to be so much fun. I'm sure everybody's still going to be wearing masks. We may be even wearing gloves. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. We're just going to have to see what's going on, and then we'll take it from there. Yep, somebody just pointed it out. Furloughs Aquatics and Michael Phillips. I always want to say Michael Phelps whenever I see that. I'm like, hey, dive in. We have over 500 watching now.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a movie quote. This is what I do. This is how I do giveaways, because it's fun and I like movies. This is a great movie. I'm pretty sure it is a award-winning movie. If not, it should be.
Hopefully
2 of my favorite
know it.
actors are in this. Oh, you will. So I wish I could say it in his voice, but I really can't. But here's the line. It's 4 words. And
Good luck to me.
if you have seen this movie, you know it. Are you ready? Have you met Howard? That's the line.
Oh, I know it.
Have you met Howard? That's the movie. If you live in the United States, and if you get that movie quote right, if you guess the right movie, or if you know the right movie, I will send you one of these. If you live in the United States, you have to be in the United States. Why? How come every time I do a quote?
Oh, Robert Nowak.
Got it. Yep. Every time I do a quote, the first guess is always Deadpool. Look, folks, I love Deadpool, but
A lot of people are guessing it though, but it's
yep, Robert Nowak.
Got it
It
first.
is Lawless. It is Tom Hardy in his great Virginia accent,
Franklin County.
and Forrest Bondurant is his name. That real people. Howard the Duck. A lot of people saying Lawless. Let me tell you something, folks. We're going to get back to fish keeping talk here in just a second, but if you like slow burn drama movies with masterclass acting, I'm a huge fan of Tom Hardy, and I don't care what you say, I'm a huge fan of Shia LaBeouf. They are both phenomenal in this movie. It is fantastic, and it's a true story that happened right down the road from us. So you
Yeah,
got to
so-
love that.
My daughter was going to actually go to the college in that county. Thank God she didn't, because that's where all the alcohol is.
That's where all the moonshiners
That's all
are.
the moonshine is.
Yeah, it's about a family. Howard is one of the brothers, and he's played by Patrick something. I don't remember his name, but he played the dad in the new version of Pet Sematary, the real bright blue-eyed guy. He's a Brit, but did a really good Virginia accent. Anyway, I don't know why I had to mention that he's a Brit. It's about 3 brothers from Franklin County, Virginia, that were moonshiners, and they basically ran the place. They were almost like Virginia's Al Capone, and it's a phenomenal movie, so you should definitely watch it. Robert, email me, kgtropicals@gmail.com. I will get your information, and as long as you live in the United States, I will send you whichever one you want. You're going to have to let me know, do you want the big one or do you want the small one? If you want my personal recommendation, it would be this one, because that is an absolutely ridiculous piece of wood right there. You're going to want to soak it for quite some time, boil it, do all that good stuff that you would normally do with driftwood, get all those tannins out of there, and or at least get it on its way, and then you can let the rest of the tannins go out in your tank if you like that dark look. Hardy for 007. I like that idea, but if Tom Hardy started playing James Bond, he pretty much wouldn't be available to play anything else. He'd kind of be stuck. Like Daniel Craig has done a great job as 007. Loved him in Knives Out, but I don't know what else I've seen him in. That's kind of it. But anyway,
Right.
I don't have anything else to talk about.
All right, we're done.
What do you have to talk
Have a good
about?
night.
Yep, that's it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So Robert, I see Robert is participating in the chat down there. He's saying sounds great. You daggone right, it sounds great, but I still need you to tell me which one you want. And Robert, if you choose the small, either one, this is the actual piece of wood that I'm going to send you. My hands are all over it. All my germs are all over it. This is the one
gosh.
that I'm going to send to you. So if you like that, then I'll send it to you.
Or the big one.
The big one, this is a monster. You need a big tank for this one. I mean, you could break pieces off if you wanted to make it smaller, but that's a nice one too. Come on now, give me a break.
Fit in a 20. Probably
Yeah.
fit in a 10.
It fit in a 20.
Tight.
Yeah. That's
would
not going to fit
be-
in a 10.
Yeah, you're right. I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. See, we mixed things up here today because we usually do giveaways at the end. Why? Because it keeps people around. Once you do the giveaway, the numbers start going down like they are right now. See? So we like to do the giveaways towards the end. Keeps people around, keeps you engaged, keeps you excited. But I decided to do it a little early today. So
All right.
you need to start looking for some questions from the chat. And I will start looking over here. LKB Python's got it started early tonight. Honey Nut Cheerios or Captain Crunch? Now, see, this is an unfair question because you did not specify which Captain Crunch.
Oh, probably the original.
If it's the original, I'm taking Honey Nut Cheerios every day of the
I
week.
love Captain Crunch. With
I
the
just-
crunch berries?
But see, that's what I'm saying. If you introduce the Crunch Berries, then we're having a different discussion, and I think I'm going Captain Crunch. But just plain Captain Crunch, I'm going to take Honey Nut Cheerios over that. Stephen P. 2003, how long do your bettas quarantine before you list them? I want more fish than I have quarantine space for and prefer to be irrationally impatient. The fish that she got today probably will not go on the website for 2 to 3 weeks. So when you see fish pop up on the site, you'll probably be putting a lot up this weekend.
Yeah, I have others to put
We've
up.
had them for weeks already. Part of it is inventory control, and part of it is quarantine. So,
Yeah, because they've already been shipped once. I want to give them a break from being shipped and fatten them up and
feed them those good extreme 1 millimeter betta pellets.
yeah, and make them happy for a little while and then get them right back out the door, but healthy. I mean,
Yep.
they come to me healthy, but who wants to get on a plane, get off a plane, get on a plane, get off a plane, get on a plane, get off a plane, and be all cooped up and not have good food? And yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't want my fish to go through that.
I completely agree. I think it was Michael's Fish Room was in here. Again, everybody loves breaking my balls. That's what people are good at when it comes to me. And he criticized me because he knows what this is. He knows this is Coke.
He does.
And he knows that I'm trying to do better. But here's the thing, Mike. It's a cheat day. Not a cheat day, but I have a cheat meal every week. It's pizza. And tonight was the night. It's usually either Thursday nights or Friday nights.
Yeah.
And I have Coca-Cola with it. And it's the only time of the week I do it. And
He informed me last night. He said, since you're going to be so busy tomorrow going to Richmond, I don't expect you to make dinner, so I'll go ahead and order my pizza for tomorrow night. I said, well, thank you for letting me know. I don't
Okay,
cook your dinner tomorrow night.
But you just made me look really bad because you put the word expect in there. I never expect
Sure.
you to make dinner for me. She just does because she's very good at it. And I am spoiled in that many nights of the week, she will not only make dinner, but she'll bring it out here to me, which
Oh,
is,
yeah, I serve him.
it's amazing.
I do.
So it's a beautiful thing, but I never said I don't expect, because I never expect you to. So you just need to slow down there. I'm not that guy. I don't expect anything.
I know. I was just saying.
You try so hard to make me look bad. I already did Fish Tank Barn. Thank you, Mike, for that. And yes, Tom Wilson definitely was causing trouble. But you know what? That's what we love about him.
Yeah.
We love
Tom Wilson.
Lisa and I. That's what we love about him.
I have his jersey. You don't.
I have John Carlson because it's number 74, and I was built in 1974.
Yeah.
He's a defenseman. He's a tough guy. He's a long-term contract. I bought that jersey like 5 years ago. So, you got one?
I have. Well, I had one, and then it skipped somehow. And I can't find it again. It's kind of making me mad because I was going to answer it.
Okay.
But there's plenty of others.
Andrew Pure, I hope I'm saying your name right, became a new member. Welcome to the team. Furless Aquatics, miss you guys. Been super busy at work. Happy Thursday to you and Lisa. Happy Thursday to you,
Thank
Eric.
you.
Looking forward to seeing you down there in your hometown.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
June.
And Dory.
Absolutely.
I found it.
Okay.
Becky Crawford said, Lisa, have you had any luck breeding your own betas? And I have. I've had luck. And then I have bad luck. But I did breed a pair, and I got a lot of them. And then I was out for a little while because of my surgery, and I lost some. Actually, I lost most of the ones from that batch because my son he didn't know. And it's okay, I understand, but I have a couple little ones, and they're cute, and they'll just be my personal little betas forever and ever because they survived. But yeah, I've got a lot of breeder pairs and big projects on the way. So
the next go round, there will be videos.
Oh yeah.
And there will be kind of tutorials and all of that kind of stuff.
It's just taking care of all the betas that I take care of for the website. It makes it really hard to focus on the breeding part. So when I did actually do it, and I was very successful at the batch I had and really was looking forward to it. I didn't think about the timing. It just was the wrong time. So, but.
Yep. Tom Miller says, go Red Sox. No, I'm not a Red Sox hater. I'm not really a hater of any baseball team. I'm just not. Even the Astros, I don't care because we beat them. Master Photographer pooped on us. The Kentucky Mermaid and Pompeii Ranch both became members. Welcome to the team. Exciting stuff. We got some things planned. It has been, we've been bad at member stuff. We're just being honest here.
Yeah.
We've been bad, but
Very
that is
sorry
going
about
to
that.
change. We've got a whole lot of stuff. I just found a question and it stuck out to me, and I have to get it.
I wonder if it's the same one I saw.
What are your thoughts on fish delivered by post?
That is not the one I found.
Well, bones. That's what we do for a living. So we support the idea very much. Now, no one in the United States refers to ordering fish online as having fish delivered by post. You, my friend, sound like you are from overseas. I believe that is what people in like the UK say, send it by post. That's a UK thing, I believe. I don't know how it is over there. I know in the United States, it is something that is a very regular practice. A lot of people are doing it. Michael's Fish Room was in here earlier. He's shipping fish. A lot of companies are doing it, and a lot of companies are doing it successfully. It's not, it was never controversial, but when we first started in this business and we started telling people we're going to sell fish on the internet and we're going to ship them to people, people looked at us like we were nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why would you do that? We're talking about like 2011, only 10 years ago. It was a foreign concept to a lot of people, but now not so much. Particularly, I mean, bettas ship beautifully. A lot of fish ship beautifully. When you get into the bigger fish, you're starting to take a little bit more chances just because they're bigger, more powerful in the bags. But even with that, we sent fish that were 7-8 inches long back in when we had our shop, and they went through just fine. So it's not as crazy of an idea as you think. The biggest thing that I would recommend to anybody, though, do overnight shipping. We even have, we are going to be opening it up very, very soon. We're going to start offering our bettas to be shipped through the Postal Service priority mail, which is usually 2 days, and it's usually not a problem this time of year. But even that, I would still say, still go overnight. I mean, we've sold more fish than we can count over the winter, and had them shipped by way of UPS overnight, and we had, I believe, 2 DOAs all winter after Thanksgiving, because there was a problem like right after the election and everything. Things kind of turned upside down for a little bit, and it was an absolute nightmare.
It was after Christmas is when.
But yeah, I mean, basically when we eliminated all other forms of shipping other than
we
UPS
got rid of
overnight.
The Postal Service for a while.
The Postal Service, they lost their minds after the election. Between the election and the inauguration, the Postal Service was out of control. And I mean, we all know why.
That's because everybody was buying their Christmas presents. Everything was on sale.
Yeah, it was bad. UPS was never a problem, but the Postal Service was a nightmare, and packages were getting lost. I told this story a couple of weeks ago. I had a guy's package get lost. It was not a fish. It was a stuffed animal. And it was lost in like November, and I got it back to our post office box like 2 weeks ago. So
I wonder if that's what happened to my pants I bought.
Maybe, but yeah, so it was bad there for a little bit. But after that calmed down, and after we eliminated that from even being an option for shipping and went strictly with UPS overnight, we've had in the last 4 months, almost 5 months, 2 DOAs, and we're talking about probably 350, 400 fish that were shipped. Those are pretty good odds. Go ahead.
RBS, briefs or boxers? Neither for me. What about you?
I like both. Depends on the mood.
You kind of been a boxer kind of guy lately.
I have, yeah. Kind of like the freeness of boxers. Yep.
Alrighty.
I did say I like questions that are about things other than fish, so you're welcome. Tesla Killdozer, what a cool name. Love the live stream. This is to fun. Oh, I already read this one. This is to fund speech lessons for John. I still need them, so thank you. That's going to come in handy.
I just wanted to point this one out because it was so sweet of Paul McCarthy to say, John is lucky to have you, Lisa. Thank you, Paul. He knows.
Hey, Paul. I've made it very clear, very regularly on this channel that I agree with you on that. Trust me. And maybe I'll get lucky and say Lisa's pretty lucky too. Who knows? But
I am very lucky.
Delana Silva came in with her standard #1 fan pair. Nobody's arguing with her about that. So I guess she is the #1. Thank you so much, Delana. Dallas Drifts with the Canadian $6.99. I have 2 Eheim 200 watt heaters that sat in a Varsol tank all winter. Is there any way to make them fish tank safe again? What's Varsol? I don't know what that is. Find a question. I'll find out what Varsol is.
Oh. Let's see. Spencer R says, do you know anything about making your own decor? John tried to make a background once, and it didn't work. It's just better to buy it.
Are we talking about a parts washer? Like that you wash like auto parts and mechanical parts and stuff like that with? Ew. If it sat in a tank like that, like in the chemicals, I am not going to recommend anything to you, Dallas Drifts, because that scares me. Because the stuff that is in those, and I might be totally wrong, But when I Googled Varsol tank, that's what popped up. I would not. I would throw those away and I would move on because those are full of like all kinds of anti-corrosive things and stuff. That scares me a little bit. Probably wouldn't do it.
Joshua De La Rosa asked, any tips on Anubias and Java fern? Honestly, I've had very good luck with both of those. Those are two plants I don't kill. So, I mean, if I can't kill it, then you should be fine.
It must be a good plant.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty easy. You can stick them on driftwood. You can use the Fluval makes like a glue to glue it on, or you could take a piece of string and just
super glue, regular old cyanoacrylate.
Stick it on there, or kind of tuck it in a little bit so the roots are still sticking out. But God forbid, do not put Java fern in the gravel or the dirt and do a video on it, because people will chew you up alive, even though it worked for me. But anyways, I'll leave that alone.
Christine Richardson with the $5. Thank you. Nothing attached to it. Just take money. Ricky Angela with the critical hit video game emoji guy. That's really cool, and I have not seen that before. So thank you for showing me something I've never seen before, Ricky. That's very nice. Jody Harkavy. I think I said that right on the first try. I just want you two to know I love your channel, and you always make me smile.
Oh, that's so sweet.
How lucky are we that we can have people say those kind of things to us?
That's really nice.
Jody, you need to make sure you get down to Orlando and say that to my face.
Matthew Does Stuff says, I really like that name, Matthew Does Stuff. Did you feed the yellow labs because they look hungry?
They're yellow labs. They're always begging to eat. I fed them this morning. I have not given them their evening dinner. So, but they always act like that because that's what yellow labs do.
Mrs. Metalhead Prime said to at Sierra Jensen, go for it. I was scared too. And I'm in love with my beta from Lisa. He's such a fun dude. And that's awesome. I love hearing updates from people after they get the betas, especially, you know, when we get the emails saying that they arrived and there's pictures, you know, that have been sent. I love that. Or when you put it in the Tank Talk Facebook group, you know, I love that. I love knowing that they're happy and they're safe and they made it there, and it just makes me feel good because I'm the last one that had them and took care of them, so it means a lot knowing that they're happy.
We also had a lot of people email us, and we could, I mean, I'm sure people could give us permission to, but we would not share these, but they've sent us pictures of their children with like so this shirt cute on, or the plushies, and it's so amazing. And for whatever reason, every time we've gotten one of those, it's been on like a really bad day, and it just makes me go, oh,
I know.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Regina Phalange says, John, I love your streams and videos. You look so much like my brother. Wish he was an aquarist. That's awesome.
Well, you can, I don't know what I was going to say there. It was probably going to be something weird. So thank you for that.
You can call him your brother. It's fine.
Finally, somebody's not saying I look like that Matt Farah guy. Just another bald white guy is all he is.
You want to hear something really funny? Like, my glasses, I don't wear them a lot. So when I walk in here and I'm standing, the other day I was standing a little bit far away from the computer screen, at least 3 or 4 feet. And I look over and I'm like, John has the YouTube home screen up. And I'm like, is that you? And I'm looking.
Oh,
and it was.
Hey, ultimate compliment coming right now. Just beware.
So it's a bald guy with the microphone up like this. And I thought it was John because like the goatee, you know, but it was the microphone and it's like this. And I was like, is that you? And I had to get up and look, and it was Joe Rogan. I didn't know. I didn't even know what Joe Rogan looked like.
Sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe. She just said I looked like you.
It
Again,
was funny though.
another white bald guy. How many times have I heard it? Steve Austin, real happy about that one. Bruce Willis, again, in his day, come on. John McClane, forget about it. That guy was the king. Bill Goldberg, I've heard, which is kind of crazy because...
I could see it.
No, you can't.
No, I really can't. Because I'm like 3 feet away from you. So
Because
I
I'm
definitely
bald
see
and
it.
I'm white. That's the only thing Bill Goldberg and I have in common. He's a monster and he's a professional wrestler. Come on. But anyway, yeah, bald white guys, we're all told we all look alike. But I don't have a problem being told I look like Joe Rogan. Not a problem at all. Because everybody else says Paul Giamatti. And that one bothers me a little bit. Because I love that guy as an actor. That John Adams show on HBO was amazing. Paul Giamatti, love him. But I just don't want to hear that I look like him. So.
Chad B says, I just made the fish tank stand you made a video for in 2014. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
I got to say, that one video has resulted in more people coming up to me in person to say, I made a stand like the one in your video. Thank you. It worked out really well.
Yeah, they came up to you in the aquatic experience
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
People
it's
did.
everywhere we go. And it's weird because that video, it's done well for us, but it's not like one of the juggernaut videos that we have. We've got officially now, thank you all very much, officially 3 videos that have surpassed the 1 million view mark, which is crazy. And something else that happened, this is just thank you, M&C, Jason, Primetime Aquatics. Yeah, that's another one that is constant, people say.
Oh, yeah.
Him and I look alike. If I let my beard grow all the way out, maybe I would see it, but he's in a lot better shape than me, so that's an insult to him. But what was I talking about? I don't remember. I don't remember what I was talking about. That's what happens. What was I just talking about?
I don't know.
The dog is freaking me out. I can't remember. Scott Ian from Anthrax. All right, I'm going to tell you a little story. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm going to freeze that because I remember what I was talking about now. I was talking about the videos. Something else happened last week, and I got surprised myself for this. I did last Friday the interview with Sean Peck for the Water Change Companion series that he's doing. I was happy to do it. Sean's a friend, and I was really excited about it. I apologize about the video quality, though. When that video comes out, it's not going to look like this as far as this quality. And the reason why is because I had to use my old webcam. And the old webcam is terrible with the white balance and all of that. So it didn't look as good. But during that, he had brought up his most successful video on his channel, which is a video about a fluval tank that he did a review of. And while we're talking, because it's a very casual interview, I went ahead and went on my analytics on my phone. I'm sitting here doing this like you can see me. I'm scrolling through my phone. And I checked my analytics, and I was actually surprised very greatly. 2 surprises. One is that we had the 3rd video surpass 1 million views, that's kind of the holy grail for videos. You get 1 million views, that's big time. That's huge. And so I was thrilled about that. But I also realized that the video that's been on our channel that has been the #1 performing video for like a year and a half has just been passed. And it is now the second most watched video on our channel. The most watched video on our channel is the one we did about fish tank cleaners with the Coolie Loach on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
We got lucky with that thumbnail. It's a beautiful thumbnail. And that's just proof positive that the thumbnail means everything in videos. So, I was very, very surprised about that. But Connor Criswell said Scott Ian from Anthrax. And the funny thing is, you don't even know who that is, but you actually said
Me?
that I look like him.
I said that.
And you liked it. And you were like,
Yeah.
I like him.
Because I was like, oh, you should grow this out longer. And you tried, it didn't work.
I was not bothered by it because I've been an Anthrax fan my whole life. But Scott Ian's like 5'6".
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet tall, and I don't lie about my height like Bob Steenfott does. I'm 6 feet tall, and so if I was standing next to Scott Ian, I would tower over him. But he is a famous rock star, so I don't have a problem with people saying I look like him.
So Brenda Schroeder was asking when we're going to see, or when they can see Mama Cat and Reno again. You know what? I should go get Reno and bring him in for a minute.
Do it.
I'm going to put the dogs out so they don't scare him and make him scratch me. So
Do
I'll
it.
be right back.
I'll just put the camera on me since you're not in here anymore. So we'll get into Metalhead Prime, Hellboy, and the now named Dobie Bettas says hi. Dobie? That's cool. I like that name. Very, very cool. And I think I missed Jeff H. pooping on us. I'm not sure if I missed that or not, but very glad that your Bettas are settling in there, Metalhead. On the topic of anthrax, death by fish tanks, $4. Why? Because platy fish are awesome. Oh, I agree. Platies are awesome. I don't currently own any platies, but I do love them. And you can buy platies for $4. So that totally makes sense. Blind in Shadow, previous comment. I don't know what that means. I'm very sorry, but I don't know what that means. Maybe you put something up in the chat that we missed, because if you look at it, you can see there's a lot going on in the chat. So it's very easy to miss. And let me bring you back in here. There we are. There's Reno.
Say hi, Reno.
This cat, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen him in a long time. He has gotten so ridiculously fat.
Look, he's a biggin.
He was a kitten when we first started showing him on this channel, and now he is a big fatty.
Aw.
Fatty McCat Pants. That's what he is.
And I can't bring Mama Cat in here because she likes me a lot, but she's still pretty feral acting, and you know, I can pick her up for like 10 seconds, but she doesn't like it, and she'd rather me just pet her, nobody else. But she's doing really good too. And her best bud is Reno. Hi, buddy.
Reno helps me pack orders every single day. He is down in the basement all day, and he helps me every time. He knocks the tape dispenser down into the trash can. He gets
in the trash, gets stuff out to play with. And
I had one particular day, and I'm so glad that that this worked out. If you've ever ordered from us, I print out the orders on a small, it's basically a shipping label is what I print the order out on, and then I also print out the shipping label, and I'll go downstairs and I'll have a stack of these 4x6 shipping labels that are the orders that I have to pack for that day. And I set them on the workbench. And one day he came in and he did what cats do. He did what cats do. And he batted them all onto the floor. They went everywhere. But I was fortunate. I didn't get any orders wrong that day. So mistakes happen. But, you know, it is what it is. Dwayne Moretta.
I'll go put him back and get honey.
Okay. Today is the cat show. Hey guys, my community fish seem to get all the food I drop before it sinks to where my cories can get it. Is there something else I can feed them specifically? I don't want them to go hungry. Well, let's see. So you're feeding sinking pellets. That's good. There are fast sinking pellets. Some of them go faster than others. That's one of the big struggles when you have bottom feeders. And one of the things that a lot of people do, which, I mean, it works, but it is a mistake, is they will just dump a bunch of food in there. And they're like, well, there's no way the fish swimming around are going to get it all. Some of it will get down to the cories. And that's very true. If you're going to take that kind of a strategy, though, you need to be doing a lot of water changes, because you're going to have a lot of uneaten food in there, and that is going to be horrible. Your tank is always going to be dirty. You're always going to be doing water change. It's going to be a mess. So I would look into a sinking food, or also like the sinking wafers, not necessarily the ones that are made for plecos, but other sinking wafers that are more community. I would try something like that. But that's one of the biggest struggles that a lot of people have. There's no way I could put any bottom feeders in that tank that you see there with the yellow labs, because it literally doesn't matter how much food I put in that tank. It's a very tall tank. There's not a huge amount of flow in the center, so the food just slowly drops, and there's 60 fish in there. So it's like a crazy swarm, and not a single drop makes it down to the bottom. So yeah, I would struggle with that in that tank too. But maybe a little bit extra you put down in there, or possibly, depending on how big the tank is, and you didn't say how big the tank is, if you feed on both sides of the tank, you drop your community pellets. I forgot I'm not on full screen. Drop your community pellets over here, and then you drop whatever you're feeding your cories on the other side. Maybe that might give them a better chance. And if you do that long enough, I know how crazy this sounds, but fish will learn what's about to happen. When you walk up to the tank, they'll recognize it. If I was to walk up to that tank, if Lisa walked up to the yellow lab tank right now, the fish would go a little bit crazy, but they wouldn't do what they would do if I walked up to it. If I walked up to the tank, they would all swarm to the center top of that tank because they would think that they're going to get fed. So fish will learn what you're about to do. And so the cories will go over there, and the community fish will be over here, and they'll be ready. It'll take some time for that to happen, and it's not guaranteed that it will, but that's another good strategy that you could try there too.
Honey said no thank you. She's not in the mood tonight.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Jennifer Bingham became a member. Lots of new members tonight. Very exciting. Welcome to the team. John Wallace. Hey guys, question for you. How many fish? He's being a rascal. Not just wanted to say keep up the awesome work y'all do. John, no. We're done. I'm out. No, that's hilarious. I don't know what it is. When I say things bother me, people seem to enjoy that, and they seem to enjoy embellishing in that thing that bothers me. That question really doesn't bother me. I would have answered it, but it kind of does bother me. Go ahead.
This one's kind of funny. Regina Phalange says, I used to show Persian cats. I miss cats so much. My husband is allergic. Trust me, I tested him to see if he was lying. I did that too with John. He is.
I am allergic to cats. However, it's only like I don't start sneezing. I don't break out. It's nothing like that. I just have to be careful. I love cats. I absolutely love them. Unfortunately, all but 3 cats in this house don't love me. But
which ones?
Mama cat
Feral
doesn't
cat
want to have
that
anything
I
to do with me. Honey doesn't want to have anything to do with me.
Feral cat that I rescued.
Well, and I can't say Reno. Black cat
Reno's
Carl.
like your best friend.
Yeah, Black cat Carl, Reno, and baby kitty. Those 4. They're good.
Oh.
They're cool. We're cool with them. But
so the 2 cats that lived on the street, that were scared of people, they don't like you.
Honey still, when I walk around, she's like, ooh, I don't know if I like you. But then when I reach out to pet her, she's like, she's okay. But she's still very skittish. Mama cat, nope. She wants nothing to do with it. But the point I'm trying to make,
she only has one eye.
The point that I'm trying to make is I can pet them all day long. They can sit in my lap. It's not a problem as long as I don't rub my eyes. If I pet the cats and then I rub my eyes before washing my hands, it is a identical reaction to slicing onions. It's like they start getting watery. They're burning like crazy. And that's most animals, to be honest with you. Even dogs. So I just got to make sure I don't rub my eyes. That's all I got to do. My father, rest his soul, was allergic to everything. Everything that shedded, is shedded a word? It sounds good. I'm going to use it. Anything that shed, he would just melt down. So we couldn't go to zoos. We couldn't do anything like that. And we couldn't have any animals except for, I guess they call them hypoallergenic animals, the animals that don't shed. So I grew up with poodles. People are going to make fun of me for that, and that's fine.
Did your family ever hear of Benadryl? To go to the zoo?
Why don't you call my mom and ask her? You got her number. Ask her that question. I'm curious to know her reaction. No, he was on medication and stuff for it, but no, I mean, it was a different time.
Benadryl's been around as long as Robitussin. Come on.
Okay, look, he died in '97, so it's
a
a moot
Zyrtec.
point. But yeah, I mean, we had poodles growing up, and I loved poodles, so I don't care if you want to make fun of them. I loved them. My sister still has poodles to this day, so that's how I grew up. We couldn't have cats. We couldn't have any other animals at all. Fish were fine. Turtles were fine, but nothing else. I'm not trying to complain about my childhood. My childhood was fine, but we just couldn't have a lot of animals. And I think that's why I love animals as much as I do now, because I can have them. Christopher Scott said, just placed an order for more extreme for my fish. They love it. Nice. Don't they? They do. And they got a new thing coming out. Oh, I can't wait till it comes out. It's going to be incredible. And you all are going to want to order a ton of it, believe me. Jeff H. Lisa, the 20-gallon with the white picket fence is ready for your betta. His tank mates first, then him, right? Wife Ellen is beyond ready, wants him yesterday.
Yeah, tank mates first. Yep.
Very good. I like the idea of a white picket fence.
I love that. And you know what? I looked on Facebook. I couldn't find it. I was looking for it in the tank talk group for the tank because he mentioned it last week. So.
Jennifer says, same eye rubbing issue with cats, but I still have 5 of them. Yeah, we have 6. I mean, we still got them. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I can't tell this woman no. I just can't.
True.
And I mean, if we're being honest here, because you like to embarrass me, when we had Mama Cat and the litter of kittens, she came to me bawling because you didn't want to find a home for Mama Cat. You wanted to keep her. What was I going to do? She's sitting there and I mean like blubbering, crying.
Because everybody was so excited about the kittens. They were like, oh, the kittens are so cute. Oh, the kittens. And I'm like, I found this Mama Cat suffering in 95-degree weather trying to keep her kittens alive by a road, and her eye is like hanging out, and she was gonna die. I mean, she needed treatment. I felt so bad for her. I was like, I can find the kids home, but I really want to keep Mama Cat. And then I found out she was FIV positive, and I just, because the vet didn't seem to, you know, they didn't say in so many words she should be put down, but they were like, she's also FIV positive. You know, when they were doing her surgery and all, they asked, well, before they did her surgery, because they were like, do you want us to continue? And I said, yeah, I don't care how much this costs. This cat, I want it to survive. I felt so just completely somehow attached to this cat at this point. And then you're the one that was like, we should keep a kitten for her. And that's how we kept Reno.
Yeah, and now he makes me miserable every single day. I adore him. He's so much fun down there, but he does cause some problems with knocking stuff over and all of that kind of stuff. If you order from us, you might find a cat hair or 2 in the box. Those would be from Reno's. Those are a bonus. You don't have to pay extra for those.
He doesn't get into stuff that he really doesn't.
Yeah, cats never do anything wrong in this house. Catwoman VA, speak of the devil, I'm trying it to be healthier too, going to the Y. Again, no starvation, just healthier substitutions, including a lot of baked chicken thighs in homemade KFC breading. Down 15 pounds so far, 1 month. That is impressive for a month.
Very good.
I've kind of hit the wall, and maybe my pizza cheat meals are, the reason why. But yeah, we're still doing our thing. I I'm just not necessarily updating on progress because I just feel like that's too weird. But yeah, it's the hardest thing in the world to not be fat.
It's tough. It's so easy to just
Be fat.
if you're skinny or fit and you just want to eat, it's just so easy to gain weight. It's not hard to do it at all, but when you're trying to lose it, it doesn't want to go anywhere.
I know, and especially at 46, and you are not 46, but yeah. Somebody just asked, can you still pick out Dude? Yes.
Yeah.
He's growing, but they all are. So yeah, we're still able to pick him out, and he's fun. He eats the new food from Extreme, which is not out yet. Announcement coming soon, and he also he's able to work with Cichlid Pee-wee from Extreme. I feed them both of those. The Pee-wee, he basically takes a pellet and he's got it in his mouth like an apple, and he'll take it under the rocks and he'll go down under there and work it out somehow. But yeah, we're able to still pick him out.
So
and
cute
there's
for now.
going to be a ton more babies in there very
If
soon.
they survive, I hope they survive.
They will.
I still want to take one of them out and just have babies in a tank by themselves and grow them out. I think it would be fun.
Got that tank right there. We got to put those Congos somewhere, though. Tommy Rousseau with the Canadian 549. Nothing said, just here's my money. Thank you so much from across the border. Melissa Jeswald. Crush says hi. I think he's eating these RCS fry, but that's okay.
Well, he's going to be, that's his protein, so it's going to make him big and strong.
And it's population control. That's all.
He was such a good fish. He really was. He was a good beta. I had fun with him.
Tommy Rousseau, I really hope I'm saying your name right, because every time I see it, it makes me think of Tommy Wiseau, which is the guy from The Room. You know, hopefully that's not an insult to you, Tommy. Another one, Canadian $13.99, and still nothing said. So either two things are happening. You're just a really super generous person, and you just keep doing that for no reason, or you keep forgetting to put your text in there, and you're probably really mad by now. But thank you so much for that. That's very nice of you. Melissa Jeswald chimes in again. Nothing like having a cat with a good work ethic. Reno, don't have a good work ethic.
Wow.
His work is rolling around on the floor and getting fat, but he's adorable. So.
And leaving a hairball or two on the top stairs, so when you open the basement door up, you can step in it. He likes to leave little prizes for us.
Dave from Iowa says, I've lost 85 pounds in the last year at age 64.
That's impressive.
That's incredibly impressive.
Yes.
Good for you. That is the kind of thing you hear about on TV. That's an Ethan Suplee type thing. That's a big deal. Congratulations for that.
Oh,
Keep it off. It's so easy to put it back on. Trust me, I've been up and down my whole life.
You're telling that guy who lost 85 pounds to keep it off. He obviously knows what he's doing at this point.
I know. I'm just saying, that was my way of saying, keep up the good work, fella.
Oh. Okay.
Being encouraging, you know, trying to be positive.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I got you. I see where you're going.
Beta Ops says, will you be adding more Black Samurais this weekend?
Well, I think I added a few days ago. They should still be on there. And I did get some more. Yeah, there's more.
You got more. You got some today, right?
Yeah, I did. I got some today.
You want to start a frenzy? Let me tell you what happened, folks. I don't normally do this.
What?
But you got a fish today that we've been asked for probably 50 times.
Yeah.
They're not going to be on the website for a couple of weeks. Can you keep it secret? Black Samurai females.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the king betas.
And the giant or king betas, yes. Both of those. A lot of people have been asking for them. You didn't go there expecting to get those today, but he had them, right? Did you order those?
I pre-ordered.
Okay.
I got a few things today that we haven't had in a while, so it was nice.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. A lot of people want the female black samurais because, one, they're awesome, and two, they want to breed them. And so, yes, we can't guarantee you a breed or pair, but if you want to buy a female and a male and maybe get lucky, we got them.
They are a little on the small side, though. I will say that. I honestly feel like somebody could do a sorority with these female betas, because they're at the size that I would recommend. They're not large adults, they're smaller, so they're definitely not ready to breed yet, but that would be a really pretty. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry, I
face?
still have a problem.
I hate vape.
I'm sorry. It's for dramatics. It's like a dramatic fog coming up.
I don't like it.
I know, and I'm sorry. I don't understand it because I've got a fan blowing on me, and there's the air conditioner. They're both over there. And so I blow my vape that way, expecting the two fans are going to blow everything that way. But for some reason, it goes right back to you. It's so
right in my
weird,
face.
so offensive. We just had a 100-banger come in. Good grief. Lamb, you guys rock. Bettas forever. Wow, thank you.
That's
You know
so
how many
sweet.
fish you could have bought with that $100? Good grief.
Wow, right? That was very nice of you.
And Chuck Tornetta, I did not miss you. $100 comes in. It's like, whoa, definitely takes your attention away from that. Thank you so much, Chuck. And Lamb, it's not the first time that she's done that either. And I don't know what we've done to deserve that.
People are so nice.
It's a beautiful world we live in right now. I don't know what else to say about it. Pam Husak with the $5 Hiya Kitty Kitty, which you can probably see if you're caught up.
I do. That's a cute kitty.
Because for once, I am actually caught up. I'm completely caught up, which is not normal to do 12 minutes before it's time to get off of here. That's
the Zen Ginger said it really was, Lisa. It was like you were in an 80s rock video with the fog. Oh man, you should have done it with
You should have
Karen.
been on the hood of a Jaguar rolling around like, isn't that?
I should have had my hair like Karen.
Was that Tawny Katane?
I don't know.
If you had your hair like Karen and you were wearing a white dress and we put you on the hood of, but she had red hair though. I'm talking about the White Snake video. I'm pretty sure that was Tawny Katane.
Why do you got to be on a car? I mean, why would it have to be on a car?
Because it was an 80s rock video and Zen Ginger was just talking about it. Come on, work with me here. You've seen the video for Here I Go Again.
Okay.
And she's rolling around on the hood of a white Jaguar. Come on. Maybe only guys saw that video. But anyway.
Okay.
The women loved Whitesnake. David Coverdale.
I was a Poison fan.
I like Poison too. I'll be honest. I did. I used to get made fun of
Look
so
what the
bad.
cat dragged in. Come on now. That was a great song.
I had a very large skateboard ramp in my backyard. There is video of this ramp, my backyard as a child, and I'm in these videos. I don't remember the name of the channel, but it's my friend Randy Hollinsworth, and I think the channel name is Randy H. If you just type into Google or into YouTube, Minnieville Ramp, MINNIEVILLE, rewind if you need the respelling of that. You will see these videos of my backyard when I was a child, and I would have been like 12 or 13. And we used to play all the music that you would expect punks like skaters back then would be listening to. So it was things like The Descendants and Minor Threat and Bad Brains and Black Flag and The Misfits and Glenn Danzig and all of the punk stuff you would expect, Ramones. And I would play Poison. And people would make fun of me. They'd be like, we're sitting here listening to Glenn Danzig and then Poison comes on. Are you kidding me? What are you... But hey, I like what I like. And if you're in my yard, Jack, you're going to listen to what I like.
Right?
And
Like when you come in my beta room and I'm listening to Beyonce or Lady Gaga.
I'll make myself look even worse, okay? When Talk Dirty to Me came out, the single, it was the best song in the world. And I had a little skateboard ramp in my basement too. And people came from all over to ride their skateboards in my basement. And I even had a professional skater that came to my house and rode my ramp. His name was Brian Boyd. He was an incredible skater. Look him up, Brian Kentucky Boyd. If you've ever been a skater, you'll be impressed by this guy, Brian Kentucky Boyd. He came to my house and rode my ramp in my basement. But anyway, I had this. Look, this was like 88, 87. I had a record player on the floor of my basement with the 45 single of Talk Dirty to Me, and I had it on repeat.
Wow.
And my friends would be like, "You're killing me, come on." But hey, like I said, you're in my house. You're going to listen to what I want to listen to. Anyway, what just happened? I don't even know what just happened there. Catch and Release. Kenny, if y'all could be a fish, what would it be and why? Seen this question before, wanted to ask you two. Hope your nights are going great. They are going great. Ooh, that's a hard one.
I'd want to be a red devil, so nobody would mess with me. Like you said, I'd jack them up.
I think for me I'd probably have to go with the red-tailed catfish.
Huh.
Lazy, fat, eats everything.
And hope you don't have an owner that puts you in a 20-gallon.
Right. And I'm sorry. I mean, I've had people message me privately and say, "John, I'm a heavy person and I'm offended that you call yourself fat. You calling yourself fat to a person that is very, very overweight is and I get that. And I'm not trying to be weird about that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to make jokes about it either. I'm just saying I've always called myself a fat guy. I mean, and I understand I'm not skinny, but I'm also not as bad as I could be if I just completely let myself go. So I apologize if that offends anybody. But Carl Batzel, yeah, I did answer that last one. Can I divide Marison into quarters to treat a betta in a 2.5 gallon tank? You most certainly can. And you'll save a lot of money doing it that way. Yes, you certainly can. I believe what Fritz would actually recommend that you do is mix the entire packet in a gallon jug and then just dose it that way. Like put a quarter of that in the, or you can just take a quarter of the powder and put it however you want to do it. But yes, you absolutely can divide those up. You can do that with any medication, not just Marison. You can divide it up and it should be fine, particularly for a small tank like that. I don't want to get too far behind before quitting time here. Arctic Dark, what do you think about banded Lepronius? Must be a fish I've never kept. Aggressive, community, okay. Tank has rose lines, clown loaches, gouramis, a ghost knife, also testing one yellow lab. Lepronis? I've not had that fish. I'm terribly sorry. So I could not speak from experience, and I don't like to give advice about a fish if I haven't kept it or a close friend has kept it and I know that person and I know their experiences with it. And that's one I am terribly sorry, Carl, but it's not Carl. That's Arctic Dark. I'm very sorry, but I'm not familiar with that fish. And I feel like a jerk. If I could give you your money back, I would. John Barnes with the $5, nothing attached to it. Just take my money. Britt Forbes, thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
Britt Forbes, we got to get through these. I added a half moon betta to my 20 long community tank about a month ago, and he always eats till he's bloated. Not sure what to do since I only feed enough for everyone to eat. He even goes after algae tabs. That's a hungry boy.
Yeah.
It's a better question.
It's so hard to feed a specific fish and leave one out. It really is. Unless you could take it out. But maybe try some spirulina for a couple days or just not. See, the thing is, even if you don't feed him for a day, the whole tank, he's still going to do it again when you do feed. So maybe just don't do a lot. Just put enough in.
Small meals multiple times per day.
Yes, or twice a day, you know, just enough, just a little bit. Gosh, I sound like that video I did way back
10 years ago.
Just a little bit. But yeah, like maybe try something like a community crave, whether it's the extreme version or another version where it has the spirulina and the krill in it. Do flakes for a while. Like if you're doing pellets, that might be making them bloated too. But I would definitely half the serving size. And if you feel like you need to do it twice a day, then maybe do that. But hopefully that helps. Or just put the beta in a tank by itself and control it that way.
Zen Ginger says, "Oh, John's having word problems today. Let's go light on the Latin, please." Yes, please. I've never been a scientific name guy. I have the utmost respect for people who have that database in their head and they know all of those scientific names. I don't know any of them. If you tell me scientific names, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to know it. I know the common names because I don't need to know the scientific names. If I say an Oscar, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I mean, you know, so I've never gotten all caught up in the scientific name thing.
I mean, he says whatchamacallit.
You say that away.
I do. I say that away in cul-de-sac. And I also say Placo and beta.
So let's go easy on all the real words too today, not just the Latin words. Mr. and Mrs. Morelia, how would a king betta do in a community aquarium? Stocking recommendations for one in a 29-gallon tank. Our experience, not well.
Just, I would put fish in that are bigger, that can't fit in their mouth.
We've tried with our two kings, and they're not very nice, and they're bigger than your average betta. So it's been a struggle. Plecos, snails do well.
Like a bristlenose pleco.
Bristlenose plecos and mystery snails, things like that. Yeah, I mean that's great.
Big
and then,
mystery snails, not little baby ones.
Right, just let the fish be. You know, maybe get them a 15 gallons so that you're not occupying a whole 29 with one fish, or spoil him to death and just let him have that 29 all to himself. Not a big deal. Fit Lab, been watching you guys for years as a lifelong fish keeper and really enjoy your videos. The fun dynamic between you guys. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you for that, Fit Lab. I wish I had the confidence to call my channel Fit Lab. It's never going to happen. I promise you that. Because I'm never going to be that guy that I'm so jealous of. But I'm in for the long haul now. The slow and steady. I'm not trying to win any races. I'm not trying to, you know, win the biggest loser. I'm going for long-term sustainability.
Ooh, I just had a cold chill. Made a really weird face.
I made you all chilled when I said that. I'm going for longevity and sustainability. That's what I'm trying to do now. So I don't know that I'm ever going to look like the avatar on Fit Lab, which I'm so jealous of. But thank you so much
we
for
do a lot
watching.
of walking.
Yeah, we do.
Not this week, you haven't. I had to go walking alone without John this week. But I've been walking because I'm trying to get a little bit of vitamin D too, but not too much because I don't want to burn, but I tan very easily. So if I can walk and get a little bit of sun with some sunblock on so I'm not burning, then that's what I like to do. It's like you kill two birds with one stone. Is that the saying? But I'm not really killing birds because I would never kill a bird. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was
We'll
not
get you
listening.
back on track. We'll get you back on track.
Well, I had my mouth reconstructed this week. I had a pretty good excuse for not going on Wednesday. I was a little freaked out. I have anxiety when it's time to go to the doctors. Any doctor. Call it white coat. What do they call that? White coat phobia or something? I don't know. Whatever it is. White coat anxiety. Whatever. But it's always, once they start working on me, I'm like, why was I so worried? What's the big deal? But I'm like a blubbering baby before I go
Oh yeah, he had to. I'm going to tell a story. A few years ago, he went to go get some dental work done, and he had to leave. They couldn't even start.
They wouldn't
because
let me.
He had anxiety that bad over it. Like his blood pressure went up, and I even asked him this time, do you want me to go with you? Do you want me to sit next to you? Do you need me to hold your hand? I'll drive you home. I'll be there for you. And he was like, I'll be fine this time. It's okay.
And I was. I was
were.
definitely. I don't know why in this camera it looks like I got my neck slit. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what's happening there, but I promise you I'm okay. Beta Ops, I have a sorority.
I didn't see anybody say anything about
No, I
it.
noticed it. Don't you see that? I noticed it just now. It looks like
You know what
looks
that
like I'm a
is?
survivor.
It's older age, and we get those wrinkled things.
Okay, Beta Ops says, I have a sorority, 5 males, macrostoma pair, and 2 pairs. Feed My Habit would also love to add a female black samurai.
Oh, well, they'll be available soon.
Keepfishkeeping.com. They're not on there yet. Male black samurais you've got on there right now, but the females, we just got them today, so it's going to be a couple of weeks, but they will be there.
I've had quite a few, though, for a while for my own personal use.
We don't have a way to alert people except for your social media posts. I mean, you can put up social media posts that say, hey, look, I just added these. And so pay attention to social media for when those go up. But like our website, if you go on there because you want to buy a can of extreme food and we happen to be sold out, we have that alert me when it's back in stock button on there, which works great. And it's funny because when we restock things, we get a bunch of orders right away. So those emails must be working. But we don't have the ability to do that with fish, because every fish is its own individual product page. And when they go out of stock, they're out of stock forever. So we don't have a way of alerting people when they're on there. So Beta Ops, you're just going to want to pay attention and be watching. And when those black samurai females pop up, grab them quick, because they ain't going to last long, I promise you. I'm not being a salesman. I'm telling you the truth. And we're already overdue. Catwoman VA, I'm doing the same as 6 years ago, 3 miles on an elliptical, abs class, and Zumba all 3 or 4 times a week. I lost over 40 pounds in 6 months, regained it slowly over 4 years.
That sucks.
I'll do it again and keep it off this time. Again, it's
Yeah.
so hard not to.
It's hard.
Everything that tastes good is bad for you.
I know.
Every activity that is relaxing and lazy is also bad for you. Everything's bad for you.
So I saw this meme on Facebook where somebody took lettuce and they took a Reese's cup and they smelled it. They were like, and then they went, and they ate the lettuce. And that actually sounds like a really good idea. Just saying.
Okay. Okie dokie. Carla Kane, my hours and I have learned tons from you on YouTube. Your hours? My hours and I have learned tons from you. Thank you. Well, that is awesome. I'm not sure what spell check, maybe spell check corrected. I don't know. But I'm glad that your hours and you. It's definitely, she typed Hudson.
Wow. It's all about you tonight, isn't it, John?
She definitely typed husband, and it spell check corrected it to hours and. So it says my hours and I have learned. So my husband and I have learned tons from you. Thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome. I am glad that we've been able to help. And thank you for giving me some fun there towards the end. Catherine Nenning, thank you so much for the $5. FitLab comes in again and says, never say never, John. Slow and steady wins the race is right. And I'd be happy to connect offline with you, as I'd love to help however I can. That is very, very cool of you to offer. I know what I need to do. It's not a matter of like I need coaching or anything like that, because it's common sense. But knowing what to do and actually doing that thing, that's so hard.
Like, I really shouldn't eat this cinnamon bun, but it's here and it looks so good. You remember when you did that?
Yeah, thanks for telling everybody that. No, I mean, hey, look, I do have a cheat meal every week. It is a guarantee. It is pizza the same way from the same place every single time. And even though I dropped it today, yep, I dropped it.
And
Everything
it was somehow my fault.
because
it was
you
my
locked
fault.
the door.
I was in the beta room working.
How
but it
dare
was
you lock the door?
It was my fault that he dropped the pizza at the front door because I locked it. I locked the front door because I was home alone and didn't want anybody to come in and steal my cats.
It was still perfectly edible. It just got a little shifted. It was no big deal. But that I splurge on that every single week, and that is a guarantee, and I'm never going to stop doing that. And that's just what it is, because I cannot torture myself. And Carlos said, John's face when Lisa says, Mimi. Yeah, that's another thing. Everybody talks about the way I say things or the fact that I can't mispronounce things. Here we go. I can't pronounce things. She calls them Mimis, folks.
It is what it is, John.
She calls them Mimis.
I mean, look at how it's spelled. Me. Mimi.
That's right. It makes total sense. HEPA Aquatics.
Yes.
So, John, what about the treadmill you so nicely show us a while back? Still using it. And as a matter of fact, 3 people in this family use it regularly. Absolutely
I
love
only
that
know
machine.
2. Skylar and CJ. What? They are the only 2 I've seen use it lately.
Okay.
The treadmill?
Now you're being... I use it all the time.
Oh no, you go out and walk with me.
I know. Since the weather is nice, I would rather go walk outside or go for a walk run kind of thing. But yeah, I still will use it, like if it's pouring down rain or something or whatever. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
My favorite thing to do on it is 30 minutes at an incline of 10 and a speed of 3. And you might think, well, a speed of 3, that's really slow. And it is. But do that at an incline of 10 for 30 minutes straight and tell me. FitLab can probably do it backwards and be like, am I even moving? But us normal people who struggle to do that kind of stuff, it's hard. Believe me, it is hard. We got to get off of here. Catwoman VA says, remember progress, not perfection. Very true. I'm a Southerner,
Absolutely.
so a huge food lover. Healthier versions is key. Fiber One cookies and brownies for the win.
Yeah, Fiber One cookies are super yummy.
I'm not a huge
The
snacker.
lemon bar ones are good too.
I'm not a huge snacker. I'm so much better than I used to be. I mean, I used to be so bad. Not with snacks, but just with like McDonald's every day and all. Just bad.
And it's always my fault.
Of course. Can't blame myself. What do you expect me to take responsibility for my
That's like
actions?
today, we passed on the road. I was coming back from Richmond, and he was going to the post office, and we stopped, and he said, I'm going to get pizza after I go here. What do you want? Do you want a veggie pizza? And I said, no, just give me a salad.
She did do that.
I did.
You have
That's all you got to do.
you have
just
more willpower
say,
than me.
I want a salad, not a pizza.
It's one cheat meal. Give me a break.
They add up. 4 cheat meals a month. You deserve
Sylvester Stallone.
You deserve one a week. I'm just kidding.
Sylvester Stallone, look at that guy at 70 whatever years old he is. He's incredible. And his entire life, even when he was Rocky Balboa and John Rambo, he was good all week and didn't pay attention to his diet on the weekends. That's straight out of his mouth. That's not what I've heard. That he didn't tell me that, but he said it in interviews. So I don't want to hear it. One cheat meal, it's fine. Leave me alone. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get off of here. Multi-tank addiction. People are coming in at the very last second. Thank you, Chris, for pooping on us. Zoe is a bagel. Hey, Lisa and John, I love y'all's channel so much. Finally got off work in time to
Yay.
join. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Unfortunately, you got here right when we're about to go because we're already 10 minutes over. We have got to shut things down. Yeah, I would love to be able to sign off the way I've been doing it in videos and just say bye, but I can't do that because I have to turn it over to you, and you are the one that says the goodbyes.
Oh, yay. Okay, Well, thank you again for joining us this week. It was a whole lot of fun. And as always, thank you to the mods because we appreciate you guys so much. And we couldn't do this without you, that's for sure. But anyways, have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully your weather is awesome where you're at and not freezing cold or whatever. But have a great weekend, and we will see you next Thursday.